Okay, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna show the arm bar from the guard and the collar choke. The collar choke is gonna set up the arm bar from the guard. I'm gonna show details on both, and I'm gonna start from the collar choke. The important thing is that your opponent has to feel threatened by your collar choke. If he doesn't feel threatened, he's not gonna defend to give you the arm bar. So first collar choke, and then arm bar. So we're here in the guard, and what I wanna do is I always wanna feed my chokes. So I open up the collar with my non-choking hand and place my hand in to his collar, palm up. Now what I'm gonna do is I wanna shift my head toward the side that is open for the second hand, and I'm gonna grab on to this little crease right here. I'm gonna talk about how to make that crease. This little crease that's right here with my hand, and I'm gonna push with the blades of my arm to get the choke. So let's add some detail to this. Open the collar, palm in. Now look at my fingers. I'm pulling up on his gi to create a good crease on the other side to grab. The second thing is my palm is up and facing me so that the blade of my wrist is against him. It's very important that the part where the face of a watch is on his clavicle, not on his neck. This won't choke him. Palm up. This will. Now I move my head off to the side where my second hand is going, and look at this crease right here. I'm going to grab it with my fingers, and I'm gonna push with the blade of my wrist against his neck and pull him to my stomach. He should tap very quickly. So again, open, fingers in, palm up with the blade against his neck. I slide my head to the side and I see this beautiful crease right here. So I grab it with my fingers, and now I'm gonna push with the blade of this wrist and pull him to my stomach, not to my head. To the stomach. Why not to the head? When I pull into my head, he puts his hands inside of my chin and he pushes off. Yes, go. When I pull into my stomach, it gets a little harder for him to do, so I can finish the choke. So the most important thing is this: turning the palm in to create the crease. The other blade is here, and we're going blade to blade like scissors. Once we get good at this choke, we'll see guys defend it immediately. So we open, hand goes in, create the crease, and he puts his arm over. He's afraid of this choke. So this is gonna create the opportunity for the arm bar. Hand goes on the elbow, feet on the mat. I pop my hips up. As I come down, I push his arm inside and pull him toward me. Now my free hand goes across so that I can make some space to cross my feet over his shoulder. I flatten my back, push his head, and finish the arm bar here. I'm gonna add detail to this. So we open up, and I really do want this choke. Don't fake the choke, I want it, but he defends well. He's pulling hard on my arm, he's made space. Hand on the elbow. This is important, I don't push from here. I create a bounce. Bounce up, and then when I drop, that's when I push his arm in and close the space, almost like I have an arm drag. From here, my free hand goes over his neck, and I'm gonna make some space to bring my leg over his shoulder and cross. It's very important that the side that I'm arm barring, that leg is on bottom, the other one's on top. Why? Because if I go like this, there's that gap you see right there, and the arm comes out to come back in. So instead of going this leg on top, this leg on bottom, so now if he tries to pull that arm out, he can't. From here, my back is off the mat. I don't like this. If I go for an armbar from here, he can stack and come around to side control. So, I flatten my back. I just scoop my hip, throw the leg over, finish the armbar. Let's go through that again. Open, feed, create the crease. And I really do want this choke, but he blocks. So I create the bounce. Up, down, close my guard again. Now, so that I can get this over the shoulder, I push him away a little bit into the leg, this leg on bottom. Watch this, very important detail. Square my hip, leg over, off. If you can't threaten this choke well, you are never gonna get this arm bar. So become good at this choke here. 2 blades, palm facing me, not here, but looking directly at me, so the blade of my wrist is against him, creating the crease in the collar that I can grab. Get a good look at that. I'm creating that crease right there. So I have some fabric to grab, and then blade to blade, pull him to my stomach. All right, I'll be back in a couple weeks for another move.